Jake Paul is probably the hottest thing on YouTube right now. No offense to mega titans like H3H3, Casey Neistat, or PewDiePie, but Jake Paul is on a rise that has never been seen on YouTube. 8 million subs in 6 months? That's crazy! So in this video we wanted to highlight some of the secret ways Jake Paul goes about acting or making his videos, so that way someone else can become a vlog king or queen as well. We may not be Jake Paulers, but we would love it if you became a Babble Topper. And click that subscribe button and of course the notification bell so you will never miss our videos. They're almost every day, bro. So the brothers Paul, Jake, and Logan like to prank each other, as brothers like to do, but every now and again brothers go a little too far, from doing things like fake buying each other cars to pretending to sleep with their ex-significant others. But none of that was anything compared to what set off the major beef between the Paul brothers. Jake decided to put up a billboard of his brother Logan wearing his merch, which is harmless enough, but he also made Logan look ugly and generally busted. To top it all off, this billboard was put up on Melrose Drive, which is like the most popular street in LA, so Logan was pretty upset. This led to a back and forth between the brothers, creating many videos and awful songs about how one was more famous than the other. Think a classic hip-hop beef, but missing the classic part and not really being good hip-hop. But nothing drives traffic quite like a conflict, and the videos that were made in this beef racked up 50 to 60 million views apiece, and the number of subscribers was incredible. In the end, the brothers made up with another music video showcasing them both and how much they love each other. Now sure, maybe I'm cynical to think that this was made up and they were really mad at each other, but the anger just seems so phony and over the top that it's just another stunt. Jake likes to make music, and as we stated before, he and his brother had a lengthy feud which was built on making music and music videos accompanying them. Jake currently has 7 music videos on his YouTube channel, with his most popular music video clocking in at 94 million views. That video, of course, is It's Everyday Bro, a song so popular he was asked to perform it at the Teen Choice Awards this year. The way he crafts the music and the videos borrows heavily from the bass-filled slappers from the trap music genre, which is incredibly smart as the beats are heavy and can disguise Jake's weak lyrical skills. The man is incredibly smart in showcasing the videos as well, filling them with his Team 10 buddies, which further builds back into his brand. In the end, Jake Paul creates very meta-conscious music and videos which play to his audience and never strays from his brand's message or identity. When you watch a Jake Paul vlog, you will see him bounce all over the place, and while he has a lot of energy, he employs an extremely popular editing technique amongst vloggers, the quick cut. Basically, the quick cut shortens dead air time and keeps the content flowing without something lag, thus stopping people from getting bored and moving on to a different video. Sometimes a quick cut can be as simple as just taking one long clip and shredding it down to tiny 2-second pieces that rain down on you like a rapid-fire assault of camera talking. Then you have the quick cuts that bounce Jake around in the frame to excite your visual senses and keep you looking around at him so you can focus your gaze. And lastly, there is the progression of time quick cuts which jump Jake through his day from one place to another, showcasing how much stuff he does in one day, and you thus go on a full day's journey with the coolest guy on the internet. While Jake did not invent the quick cutting style that is so popular now, he has mastered it, and using it feeds into his energetic style and produces more effective content. The Team 10 house is the epicenter of a pranknado, which is a tornado of pranks. Every single vlog Jake puts out has the guys in the Team 10 house pranking each other, and while some of these are not staged, like pouring water on someone who is sleeping, although that could be staged too, there are bigger things like buying my brother his dream car, which everyone feels so insincere it's like watching a bad Lifetime movie from the 80s. Jake Paul stars in Not Without My Pranks. But the prank has been a YouTube staple for years now, and honestly, would we want to watch the Martinez brothers, Dynamite Dylan, or Nick Crompton if they weren't getting pranked? Well, yes, for Nick, since London is his city. But look at Jake's YouTube timeline, and there are so many prank videos, you know that most of these are bits being performed by the dudes on brand Team 10. But you know what? More power to them. They've found a lane that works, and they are pulling down 3 to 5 million views per video. So, what are you gonna do? I guess you're gonna do some pranks. When in doubt, yell it out. This is something that Jake Paul does perfectly.
I'm flipping my Logan, I took your Jake Paul is now.
He is practically yelling all video long. It's amazing his voice is still intact. From starting his videos with a nice screamy hello for all the Jake Paulers on the internet, to screaming about where his sunglasses are, to yelling about his cars, or yelling at his friends about how awesome they are, to just generally yelling odd sounds. Jake Paul loves to yell, and it kind of feels like he knows that his audience loves his yelling buffoonery, so he constantly indulges them. It's kind of like the loudness wars of the CD era. A CD was a disc that music came on before Pandora and Spotify killed physical music. Anyway, the loudness war showed that the louder you made a master of a song, the more people would buy it. So eventually all songs were mastered as loud as possible so that way they would garner maximum profits. Translate that to Jake Paul, the more he yells, the more views he gets. And the more views he gets, the more successful he is. So maybe turn the volume down a little on that next vlog you watch. A major weapon in the success arsenal of Jake Paul is making the most clickbaity titles he can imagine. So that way you watch the video and he can boost the stats. And in most cases when something is too clickbaity to be true, it often isn't. Such is the case for the combo of title and thumbnail for the video My New Tattoo, which shows Jake getting a huge face tattoo on his beautiful face. Say it isn't so, Jake. Well, it wasn't. But you made darn sure that you clicked it and watched it to make sure he didn't sully that heaven-sent visage. This is such a common tactic from Jake Paul and many other vloggers, but Jake uses it to such great effect that it's almost every day, bro, that he has some clickbaity title, like, My wife is leaving me, or I put my brother's car up for sale, to the all-time best, Are you looking at my wife's butt? Savage. We could go on forever about the clickbaitiness of it all, but you'd be here all day, and we know that you have places to be, so we won't do that. But it can't be discounted that people seeing a Jake Paul video in the sidebar with a clickbait title produces more clicks and views. Jake Paul has mastered the art of cringe content. What is cringe content, you ask? Well, have you ever watched a video so awkward that it makes you uncomfortable? Bam! Welcome to cringe content. Jake is awesome at this. As of the making of this video, he released a video called My Mom vs. My Wife Fist Fight, which shows his mom and wife duking it out in action movie style sequences. The whole thing is so cringy that we can't even make it through 30 seconds of it. Then there is the all-time cringiest of cringe. The Who is the Better Kisser video, where Jake, his buddies, and his dad all kiss a girl to see who is the best kisser of the group. Which kissing contest with your dad is cringy enough, but to watch the girl be pressured into doing the contest is some of the most cringe-inducing stuff we have seen. And those are just two examples of the cringe, with many more littered about on his YouTube page. The question is, why would this be something that boosts his success? Well, just like people watch things to make them happy or to laugh, some people watch cringe videos so that they can laugh at those awkward moments and feel superior knowing that they would never be so embarrassed in their life. Jake has an excellent grasp on this and turns the cringe up to 11 in some videos for that desired effect. In a Jake Paul video, you can expect a few things every time. One of those things is yelling, which we covered a ways back. Another is that he will tell you how awesome and successful he is on an almost 30-second loop. Which, yeah, he is super successful, and there aren't many people who are on his level on YouTube, and yes, you should be proud of your success. But it gets a little weird when you are constantly talking about your empire and how much of a mogul you are. In an average Jake Paul video, we will make sure to tell you about his car Bloodshark, a tricked out Tesla, or to show you a new super expensive house that could be the new Team 10 house. But let's get to the root of why this is such a successful tactic. Flaunting status has long been a tool for famous people. Hell, Donald Trump got to be president on flaunting status. But why? Why do people gravitate to those with more than them? Because we are conditioned to love nice things, and getting a glimpse at someone who has nice things feels good for a moment, and can help you daydream about having those things as well. In the case of Jake Paul, whose audience is predominantly teenagers who want that same internet fame and success, seeing him talk about his status is a constant motivator and driving force to keep them coming back to see all the cool things that Jake has or is doing, or the cool people he knows like DJ Khaled. In summation, this tactic works because everyone wants a taste of the good life, and it's fun to see someone living it. Jake Paul is acutely aware of the social media world. Hell, he was a Vine star and is the leader of the Viner invasion on YouTube. He is a master of Instagram and lives on Twitter. This mastery of the social media world has helped him not only build an empire of vlogs, but to further root into the minds and hearts of his fans. He is constantly doing giveaways or contests governed by social media. And he makes sure that when his friends show up in a video that they are pop tagged so you can know who they are and are tangentially growing his brand further by getting you vested in the supporting characters in his life. He and his brother Logan are so good at social media that they are making their own father a successful vlogger and social media influencer. Jake is so good at social media that before his huge fallout with Disney, he was the only social media star to attain a co-starring role on a television program. Think about that. He was so good at building a fan base off of 6-second videos that he worked it into becoming a full-time star on a popular television show. That, my friends, is mastery of the social medium spectrum at its finest. All of this feeds back into his YouTube success because he's using all the platforms around him as support to his YouTube channel, where the ad revenue flows. All it takes is a boatload of tweets and a mountain of pop tags. Jake loves using catchphrases and hashtags, from calling his sunglasses his yellers, hashtag yellers everyone, to making everyday bro a non-stop thrill ride in the Team 10 house. Jake is a master of using catchphrases so that you can know the buzzwords around him and maybe he will be able to sell you some merch. Catchphrases have been an easy thing for people to connect with forever, whether it is Arnold Schwarzenegger saying "I'll be back," or your favorite character on a sitcom uttering their signature word, bazinga. We as a people love catchphrases, and we love them because they are an easy way to connect with people all around you. In the 90s, you could see a complete stranger and say, "Whoa," and they would know exactly what you are talking about. Jake Paul definitely uses this to build into his Jake Paulers vocabulary. There is probably some kid right now with yellow-lensed aviators saying, "Where my yellers?" And this is exactly why Jake Paul does this. If he can influence your vernacular, then when you say "Where my yellers," someone who doesn't know goes and looks it up and potentially becomes a Jake Pauler. It's a masterstroke in audience building, and Jake Paul is pretty lit at it. Jake is incredibly talented at using topical pop culture references. I would think most people associate the dab with him now more than anyone else, despite the fact that he almost certainly lifted that from Cam Newton, who was making it popular over 2 years ago. Jake is fantastic at finding a trend and locking in on it, then bending it to his will that even when something is totally played out like, "What are those?" that he makes it fresh again and integrates it into who he is. This is why dabbing on the haters is something that should be so lame at this point, but isn't. Jake knows how to use his over-the-top antics to sell pop culture references. If we look at this from a "why does this work" perspective, this is why it works. Much like catchphrases and hashtags, we love memes, and our favorite ones become part of how we interact with other people. When Jake tells someone to dab on the haters, you can bet there is going to be someone at their office gig who will say that exact thing to a report they don't want to do, or to tell a coworker that they did this when their boss is trying to bring them down. Having rituals and traditions are things that have always been part of the human experience since the beginning, and being able to quote something you think is funny to a friend or neighbor is a ritual that all people engage in. Pop culture is ingrained in our social DNA, and Jake Paul uses that to build out a fan base, and he does it perfectly. And that's the list. Did we get totally lit? Did we dab on the haters? You can make sure we do by subscribing to our channel, watching our other videos, and visiting our website.